there, drove back. Next to that, I've got an 02, so it's a first year Gen 1 gated manual Murcielago.
Ooh, nice.
With an SV body kit. And it's an SV-esque body kit. The SV's got like a blunted nose, but nonetheless, I love the way it looks. I love the paint scheme. Next to it, 2009 V. It's a 1,000-wheel car built by CT Performance. Also a 6-speed manual.
Yeah,
so
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, I've been trying to like collect the manual cars as they're still here. So it's a 6-speed manual. Next to that, we've got in section, and as you can tell already, I'm kind of a vet.
Jeez. There's 8 just sitting right here.
What was the point of getting so many? Why did you?
Right.
So
very good question.
I would love one ZR1, and you have several.
So I started with this one, right? To answer your question in the slow way, it started with this one. This is a 2010 ZR1 that I bought in Florida. And real quick too, I try to like connect my kids to these cars. And so my oldest and I flew down to Daytona Beach and drove this car back. And it was a fun trip, father-son style. So it's one of those things too where like I remember it for that, but it's a Corvette obviously too, and it's cool in its own right. This though was the first car I actually had full builds done for and had motor out and motor back in. And again, CT Performance did all the work. We built it to the point of a 230 mile car, which is a record for a blower-based ZR1. Answer your question. Once I got addicted to the cyber gray ZR1s, you start looking at like, well, how many did they make? You know, what colors did they make? And they only made 4,000 and change ZR1s, which is not a lot in general. And then I discovered that, you know, buddies and I had discovered, not just me, but that like some of these cars are really rare in terms of like what they are. And so as we get further back, there are cars that are like, I have a 1 of 11 car, I have a 1 of 35 car, a 1 of 61 car, a 1 of 54 car, just because their colors are weird. And Corvettes are strange because since they share the line with the base Corvette, which old men buy too, right, like me, that pick colors that are oddball, you have these colors available to ZR1 buyers. They just never get bought. So the cyber gray gets bought, black gets bought, white gets bought, because they're more generic, they look good in any light, they're one of those cars that are safe, colors that are safe. So yeah, I got sucked into the color game.
That is a great way of explaining the safe colors. I like that.
Out of all the C6s here, which one's the most rare?
The light blue in the back corner there is called Carlisle Blue. They made 11 of those cars.
We've seen 2 of them now.
We just saw one last week, like half mile. But so we've seen 20% of them.
Absolutely, yes. And kudos to that guy because he took a car that was rare and modified it. Like, kudos, man.
So you got your first ZR1 here.
Yep.
Going down the line here, I see a Z06 next.
Yeah, so the Z06, I bought that car modified. It's a Vengeance twin turbo build. I had wanted a TT car for a while, and I thought it was cool that it matched this car in terms of color. The original owner too put the ZR1 spoiler on the back, so it looks very ZR1-like. It's also got the carbon ceramic brakes, and I call them collectively the CGM twins, cyber gray metallic twins, on Instagram.
Speaking of metallic colors, the next in the line, I owned an Inferno orange car. I'm sorry, yeah, that is the Inferno orange.
Yep.
Okay, it looked red for a second.
Sorry.
That's why I got rid of mine.
It's one of those ones that I'm not an orange car guy. I'm a gray guy, which is as boring as that is. But once I started focusing on the rarer colors, this car was local and it was available. So it was kind of like my first plunge into let's get the rarer colors. And this was early last year, I believe, right before COVID happened.
And how many of these do they make in Inferno?
61 or 63. I want to say it was 61. Wow. And then, you know, I would say worse in terms of numbers. So this is an atomic orange. It's not the best example, and I'm going to make it a good example. It's an 09 only color, so that was it. And this is a 1 of 35. So they
really?
35
I had no idea.
Then you've got the Carlisle Blue, the 1 of 11. And then standing in for my Jetstream Blue ZR1, which this is not, is a Jetstream Blue Z06. This is half of what I call the Jetstream Blue twins, and we're building this and its counterpart, which is a Jetstream Blue ZR1, to be a multi-thousand horsepower. Hopefully cars that can compete on the highest level with the Calvo Vipers, with the Atmoto Vipers, with the GTRs. You know, we're trying to get there, and it'll probably take us a year or 2 or 3, but that's the goal here with these Jetstream Blue twins. And again, they're on Instagram as well under that moniker. Backing up a little bit, this color, I know this color.
I've never seen this color.
It's almost my new favorite, and I hadn't seen this one in person either before last week. This is called Night Race Blue. They made 54 of these.
I didn't even know this existed.
I didn't
All the
either.
other colors, I was like, I've heard of them, and that's when I happened.
But it's a cool color, and the previous owner spec'd it and put these wheels on the BC Forge wheels. It just looks really good.
They look really
He
good
did
on
a good
there.
job. And then this color is a one, I believe, of 151 of these cars.
So very rare too.
And I could be
in the
wrong
grand
here
scheme of
by
things.
a couple
Yeah.
digits or so.
And you briefly mentioned it, but you have a Jetstream Blue ZR1 that's in the shop, right?
I'm sorry, you're right. I've got the Jetstream Blue. I've got another Cyber Gray ZR1. I've got a 99 750 IL BMW.
Okay.
Which is like the old man V12. But it's one of those ones that like the gangster always has, or the hero. So like James Bond had one in the James Bond movies. And it's not here, unfortunately, but it will be here soon. Just getting a stereo put in, of all things.
Before we look at the back row here, can we see what's in your fridge?
Yeah.
Because